Hello winners, welcome back to another video on how to become a better trader, a series of where I try to improve your trading. In this video we're going to talk about why, when and how to trade the Euro USD. Doesn't that sound amazing? Well, this video to me is packed with high value content. So be with me until the end and you're going to be, at least for me, blown away, because I am. Trading forex is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Trading forex is risky. Don't invest money you cannot afford to lose. Your money can be gone by tomorrow or by now. Just like that. High reward, high risk. My name is Ivan Bidal. I'm a forex trader, economist, and a mentor. If you need help from me as a mentor, in the description below there is links. I have made a mentorship course, I have made a technical analysis course, and if you contact me on my Facebook page, Instagram page, or Telegram, well, I will try to help you out. So for Euro USD, there is some fundamentals to this video, okay? 1. You have to choose a currency to become the expert in. 2. You have to choose a direction in that currency for 2020. I'm now going to show you if you just took Euro or USD, which now becomes Euro USD, out of those two currencies, and you trade Euro USD, then you either sell or you buy for 2019, and I'm going to show between January and July because that was easiest. Okay, only sell at monthly entries for sellers, which I give out before the next month, around 30 to 31st, with 75 pip stop loss. Now, let's start in January 2019, as we can see in front of us here what happened. So now, in Euro USD, on December 31st, that becomes the day, price goes down 164 pips. Ding, 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 ding. Because that is your entry and 75 pips stop loss was never hit. So I would say that is the trade for the beginning of January for sellers. Now, like you blindly just entered here because this is clearly resistance. So you wanted to sell there. So you sold. 164 pips. Okay? Then I want you to do another thing. Well, now you're done. You sell only once. But if you were so that you had a plan B and you sold up here, I have not written this down, but this is another one. Well, that's also another entry and another 270 pips maximally. Okay? And very little stop and very little drawdown. I'm not going to take that with me because you only enter the market once. Now we come to February. February, again, we are back here at this resistance, and we are in the end of January. I still consider this to be the entry, and target goes all the way down here, which is 270 pips there. Okay, just entering at the sell price of the month, you have now gained 164 and 170. No, 270, sorry. And then we go to the next month. Well, here we have two options. I would say maybe here you have another entry here. Then this is your target, which is now 225. 225. Then you can enter here again, but I said only one entry, but that's also among the same pips. No drawdown in this market, 75 pips, stop loss was never hit. You're good to go. For April, we have the same situation. One entry here, but we never get to our stop, we never get to our take profit for the month. So I hope, and I say that maybe you get an entry here and you get 160, 170 pips, 180, 190 within that range. So I have just carefully given you 170 pips for that trade. No stop loss has been hit, neither in this month. And then we have May. Then we have May. Okay, here is the entry. Well, you can have got 125 for this month. 125. Or if you set a bit longer, maybe hits your stop loss again, or you entered again, then you can get, then you could have gotten 150. So this month is a bit, I don't know about May, but okay, it goes. So I have written down 125 for you here because of this trade here only, not for the rest of it. Okay. This is clearly a trade where I went to stop loss just to check it. If you just sold blindly, 75. Okay. Now we go to July. Yeah, July is the last one. Okay. This is clearly just resistance, selling off, and ta-da! You got a lot of pips, and you got all the way down here. 250 pips. Congratulations and celebrations. So that is around 1,303 pips just by selling at the entries for the month that I give you. Okay? Every month. Entry, 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 entry. So, in this video, we're going to talk about why. Why? That's up to you. I don't know why you want to trade USD, but I would say, in my perspective, because you're a USD trader or because you're a trader. Or another reason could be, is what most people trade. It's very easy to understand. It doesn't fluctuate so much. Whatever the reason, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be flossy. It's just a reason. When for this time around, only selling at monthly sell price that is given out. Okay? And very easy, very easy. And now you can see the month afterwards, it has still worked very well. What else? Buyers. How did the buyers do this month? Okay? And how many times did we hit stop loss? Once. We hit stop loss once in 7 months. Just by selling at that price. And afterwards, I would talk about, why? Or no, how? Now I talked about why. That's your reason. How? You just sell at monthly sell price. And then, how? Well, that's the next one. After we'd go through the buyers. Buyers, in this case, get 200 pips in January. I would say that's pretty good. Just out of this one. And I know that's not 75 pips anyways. I have done the calculations already. Where are you? Just to prove you that it's 75 pips. Entry, you just blindly do it. 75 pips. Price never goes there. Okay. You got 200 pips in January. In February, you don't get anything because it just goes straight through. And I would say, with my analysis, with my entry points, this would not be an entry, but it's minus 75 because at your stop loss. Again, here we have minus 75 again, just goes straight through your stop loss. Okay. For February, no, March, April, sorry, we get 120 pips. Entry is here. That's where you could have exited. I see how I've given you 110 just to give you a small range. When you see that it's just ranging, it doesn't go higher anymore. Then we have this month of May. We have less profits, maybe 100, but still no stop losses for that. Yeah, so 100 here, entry is here, exit is here, though you don't know that ahead. So you might have got less, but that's at least theoretically, because everything here is theoretically. I'm not saying that you will get your monthly targets every month, but I would say that it doesn't hit your stop loss and you shouldn't lose money. 150 for the next one, and this one just goes straight through to your stop loss, so that's 75. Okay, so what can you guess? So for sellers, they got 1303 pips, and for buyers, it's 335. But if we now go to my reasoning of how to enter a trade, is either a double bottom as a buyer, higher high, higher low. You wouldn't have entered in this market in February. There is no what do you call it, reversal pattern here, double bottom here. And also this could have been, well, I guess that you can say that this might have been tried. So I see that is kind of valid, or I believe somebody would, with my reasoning, enter here. But in a bearish market where this low is lower than that low, it's kind of dangerous, but anyways, fine. Then for the next month, this is totally enterable. This is okay. This is okay. This one is, yeah, this is okay, because as you can see here, we have a higher high, higher low. This wick here is the pullback on 1 hour that goes all the way down. Amazing. Okay. And then this one, I guess in the heat, you could enter here. So I say that's valid. Okay. Not in the heat, but I understand psychology, and I'm not going to make this a machine thing, but that's how it is, okay? So, what have we learned now? Why do you enter Euro? Why do you trade Euro USD? That is totally up to you. When do you trade Euro USD? You trade at the monthly sell price or buy price. How you use double bottom or double tops, or blindly sell at those prices, and you can try this on demo and see how it goes. If you were a seller of Euro USD, if you're a buyer of Euro USD, first half of 2019, were you profitable? Yeah, you were, or supposed to be. Both buyers, both sellers made money. This video does not contain any confirmations of MACD, moving averages, RSI, support and resistance, candlestick patterns like engulfing patterns or wedges or breakouts or patterns, flags. This is purely just selling at resistance, monthly resistance. And I also haven't included in this video the entries that you can take where you have touch monthly prices or monthly target for this case buyers. Here you can sell as a seller. Here you can buy as a buyer. Here you can buy as a buyer. Here you can sell as a seller. And then here you can buy as a buyer. Here you can sell as a seller. Here you can sell as a seller. And list goes on and on. Though it tends to. It's not rocket science. And it's not like you're going to put a full lot on this trade. But if you put, what I recommend, less than 1% per trade, this can give you a consistent income. And then I have not talked about all the things that happen in between. Like all the add-ons you can take whenever the trade goes in your direction. I have not talked about the weekly trades. But this should blow your mind of how simple trading can be, how straightforward trading can be, and the best of all, profitable trading can be. So in this video, we've gone through why, when, and how to trade the Euro USD, through how it has happened in the past, does not tell anything about the future. So with this video, I am pumped because this system, I don't trade Euro USD myself. So for me, this is new knowledge, and I'm gladly giving it to you. So go out there, don't risk money you cannot afford to lose, and stay safe.